right, everybody. Welcome to the Gore Club Podcast. I'm Steve Vessell.
I'm Ace.
And Deathmetal Dave is on assignment. It's with his wife. And tonight we're bringing back to the podcast Jason Leigh Howden.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Fuck yeah. Welcome back, man.
No, thanks so much for having me.
How are things in New Zealand?
Yeah, they're going. Yeah. It's weird because it's spring here, so it's hard to get into like the Halloween buzz. When everything's like there's daffodils everywhere, and yeah, but it's nice though. Like more people celebrate Halloween, so it's a good vibe at the moment. It's always like my favorite month of the year.
Yeah, it's kind of like decorating in California for Halloween. It's like, yeah,
that's right. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, but yeah, it's a cool vibe. I'm enjoying my October so far.
Yeah, we're perfect. Like for us, it's already chilly. It's already like in the 60s.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Got the fall leaves going on here. It looks like a real Halloween movie going on right now. So
yeah,
just rubbing it in, Jason. We're just
it's
rubbing
such a
it
nice,
in.
I know. I've never actually had a American Halloween. The closest we were in LA, but then we went to Mexico and went over there for Halloween. So yeah, I've always wanted to experience like a real US Halloween one day.
Well, fuck, that's great. Well,
we don't know how good we got it.
This is crazy. I decided to look back on our old episode. It is almost 1 year to the day that we actually had you on the podcast last year. That's a whole 1 year.
Jesus. Oh, wow. Was I talking about DEATHGASM 2 then?
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, I think you barely mentioned it.
No, this is the whole setup. It's like we go through the whole thing. We're talking about, you not pissing on Peter Jackson's feet and you're meeting Peter Jackson and you're like, it's like a floor full of urine and you're like, it wasn't me. Like working on Gandalf's nose for like 12 hours a day for Lord of the Rings and then Deathgasm, Guns and Kimbo. And at the very end of the episode, Deathmetal Dave was like, okay, it's not out there. Nobody's talking about it, but like what's going on with Deathgasm 2? And you mentioned a couple of things and then here we are.
Yeah. It's the film industry for you. It's glacial pace, isn't it?
Yeah. We're following like the comics were fucking great. So actually that's my first question is like, I want to get to the Kickstarter, but like what got interest in this movie again?
And DEATHGASM 2? Well, it was like I think it was chatting to the guys who did Terrifier 2 and seeing like how because I've always been a little bit like weird about crowdfunding. I hate asking people for stuff. Like I hate like asking for help. It always I don't know if it's like a New Zealand thing or I just don't like having to like try and go out there and sort of like ask people for that assistance. It's always like makes me feel sort of weird. But like after seeing like what the guys did with like Terrifier 2 and chatting to them and they're amazing by the way, and I was like, well that's so cool that they went out there and they got the people behind it and they bypassed all the bullshit and all the dealing with like that side of it and getting people to say we need you to cut this out of the film, you can't show this, you can't show that, you're going to censor it if we're going to fund it, and they bypassed that and just got it all done themselves and had such an amazing release. And I'm not saying that we'll have the same success as them, but there were some parallels there because we do love like gory content. We love like, bad taste humor. And yeah, it was amazing seeing what they did with that. And then, they went out there and Terrifier 2 was in all these cinemas while like the Hellraiser remake and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake were just straight to streaming. And it's like, whoa, that's amazing that they pulled that off. So that was quite inspirational for us. So we're just like, well, let's do it. It's the final chance to get it made. We've had a few false starts and like financing pull out, and the New Zealand Film Commission like pulling out on us. So yeah, let's go out there to the horror and metal fans, and like don't pull out.
Yeah.
Don't pull out of the gasm. Let us, yeah. We're like God, I should. I mean, this will be like redundant by the time this comes out, because it would have changed. But we're close, you know. We're like sheesh, like $20,000 away. So we're really close.
That's got to be maddening. You got to be sweating balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Like I was just saying off air, like I would have rather we just got really successful and just surpassed that goal faster, or just embarrassingly low, so there was no hope at all. Because there's a little bit of hope now, and hope is such it's like, don't give me hope. I'm so used to the failure, just it's in my zone. I'm just joking. It's great. I think we'll definitely get there. I've got some pictures, some incriminating pictures of a few people, so I can bribe them. If anyone out there is go out there, cook meth, rob banks, sell your granddad on the dark web. Do what you can to get this film made.
What tier is that?
Yeah, what perk is that? And let's talk about this. So when you first started the Kickstarter, how many days did they give you on this? Is it 30 days? Is it?
It was 20. It was 4 weeks basically. So maybe 28 days or 26 days, or I can't remember. And it started off pretty slow. We had our first Kickstarter meeting in the first week, and they're they got on a Skype with us, and they're like, so only 11 people from New Zealand have supported you. I'm so you've been there for 40 years, and you can only get 40 people, 11 people. You can only get 11 people to support your Kickstarter. What is wrong with you? And I'm like, well, Dad, come on, chip in, man. But yeah, so it was a slow start, and I think you've almost got to do a warm-up Kickstarter campaign before you do a proper one, because you've just got to be just pimping yourself. You've got to be hustling and begging the whole time. And I think I've been writing it with the producer Andrew Hunt from Raven Banner has mainly been responsible for it. So any blame or kudos has got to go to him. But he's done an amazing job. And I mean, there was that thing where we put it out, and I think there was a bit of an expectation from them that it was just, people were just going to give us money, and it's you've really got to sell yourselves. You've got to be give people confidence in the project, and hopefully we've done that.
And you've given people crazy perks. Ace has got your page pulled up right now. It's by the way, are you constantly uploading it every 5 minutes to see if you got an extra $1? Because I would be sweating my ass off.
Oh, yeah.
So go through some of these perks with us real quick. Ace, what do you got there?
I was going to go through
because we have questions.
Some of my favorite ones are come get killed.
Yeah. And we've had someone, I was chatting to someone the other day that bought that perk, and I'm like, oh man, how are we going to kill them? It's so they've given us some money now, so we've got to make it extra epic. It's going to be a really good kill, but also I want to make it kind of funny and embarrassing as well. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
There was I think which we had, which made an appearance on the last time you were with us, which is you get the DEATHGASM prop, which is a realistic cock.
Yeah, well, you know what? We sold. It was 2,500 yesterday, and someone actually posted, sent me a link. Do you know this dildo is one of the? They sent me the top 10 most valuable sex toys in the world.
That's what it's called on there. Yeah, the most expensive sex toy.
Yeah, you guys know that you're in the top 10 now, right? This New Zealand, there's so yeah, I don't know if we get into the Guinness Book of Records or whatever, but we've got this cockers. I've got it in the office actually right now. I don't know if I should whip it out, but I don't know. Maybe I should have it. I should have it in a glass case with some some lasers just in case.
It's not a samurai sword. It's a black Zilla-digda.
Yeah, it's probably one of the most valuable things in my house now. So if someone robbed my house, I'd just take the dildos.
You'll need like a briefcase to put it in with like a little like chain around your wrist.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like the Blues
Yeah, like
Brothers
a nuclear football,
like nuclear codes.
Some ninjas run in and try and like take it. Oh,
my
no.
god. No, yeah, but like the Blues Brothers, like
embarrassing.
Jason's on a mission from God.
I'm on a mission from Satan.
Yeah, and we sold the anal beads went for like $1,000 as well, and
Are
I
you
think we've got
fucking
like
kidding me?
we've got some more. It's sort of nice. It's I mean I was joking to a friend that it's going to be hard to part with them, but I'll get some lube and some firefighters to help me.
It's gonna.
But seriously, it's going to be good to get them out of my house because I've got kids now, and they're just in a box in my room, and like my office is full of like, you know, not as epic as your room, but my office is full of like, you know, just pop culture stuff, and they love just running around like looking at stuff, and I'm like, man, if they find that box, I'm in deep trouble. Probably
I can explain.
I've got some explaining to do. So it'd be good to get them out of the house, and someone else can like I don't know, like display them. I don't know, like what.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Jason, the last time we had him on the podcast, he actually went into his closet right back there and then pulled out that monster, beautiful black dildo, and he swung it around, and it was like encased in like slime, and I felt so bad for you.
Slime on it. Yeah, and that's worth more than my car now. So, like,
oh my god,
it's yeah, put my kids through college. No, but that money's gone straight to the Kickstarter, which is good. Like, so I think we've got a few more props for sale this week. Like, I think Brody's jacket. He's got like not this one,
holy
but
shit,
a vest like that one. So I think we're going to auction that off, and all the money goes straight to the Kickstarter. So yeah, it's kind of cool. You sell the props from the old film to make the new film.
Nice.
And you're selling. I mean, you're selling. You're what's one of the guitars? Is it ESP? Is it?
You got an Epiphone guitar?
Epiphone, yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome. And I think Matt Heafy is also like doing a signature one. We've got Matt Heafy like doing the score, which is amazing. And he's like just so enthusiastic, and he's already sending me songs. I'm like, we haven't even shot the film, dude. And he's like sending me these amazing. I sent him like a bunch of reference from you know, films that inspired the sequel, like stuff like Reanimator, Return of the Living Dead, you know, and also, you know, like basically like metal just generally, but he's already smashing out some like some cues and some tracks, and I'm like, well, this is cool. It just gets me really hyped when other people were, you know, getting hyped. And yeah, I think he really generously donated like this one of his signature guitars, and yeah.
So you have Matt from Trivium. He's of course it's just going to be amazing. So
yeah.
When you're coming up with the concept for part 2, where are you getting this shit from? Or can you talk about any of this at all?
Well, it was actually written before the first one premiered. We actually got like a little bit of funding from the New Zealand Screenwriters Guild, who the first DeathGasm actually won the New Zealand Screenwriters Guild Award back in like 2015, which is one of the few awards that I have. But yeah, so like they gave me a little bit of funding to write the sequel script. So it was actually written a long time ago, before the first one came out. But the good thing is it's set like we meet Brody again. He's like washed up. His girlfriend's left him. Like most of his friends are dead. The whole town hates him because like you know he's responsible for almost like, you know, destroying the world. And so then he decides to get the band back together, and you know, he's like, damn it, I'm going to turn my life around and get the band back together. Unfortunately, most of the band was killed in the first film, so he's got to like, say, well, how can I get the band back together? Oh, I've got these pages. I've got these pages. Oh man, this one. And he's like looking through the pages. This one raises the dead. Oh, okay. And so the first one was like demons. The second one's more like Reanimator. It's like raising the dead. Obviously, a really bad idea, as we've seen on you know, Pet Sematary. Almost every horror movie there is, like, you don't raise the dead; they're going to come back wrong. And so, a little bit is just him rocking around with these like zombie bandmates and trying to stop them from killing everyone.
It's always a good idea to raise the dead.
Yeah, no. Why not? I mean, it's metal, you know. You got to do it.
How the hell are you going to top the ending of DeathGasm 1? You don't have to tell us anything about it. I'm just saying. When I heard about this,
it goes hard. It used to go harder because like the first iteration of this was like it was a slightly higher budget, so we have pared it down a bit. But like, there is like not to no spoilers or anything, but like we have got like a lot of cameos this time, including like Gore, in character. So like the Gore universe, the Scumdog universe, and the Deathgasm universe are going to join up, and then maybe on the third movie will be like Goregasm, or just do a Gore movie.
They raise
those guys are amazing. Like I got in touch with them, and they're like, "Oh, we're massive fans." I'm like, "Really? You've seen my film?" And they're like, "Yeah, they saw it on the tour bus as they were all like just chilling out on the tour bus. They like Gore watched Deathgasm all together. It's like, man, that's amazing. It's pretty mind blowing."
Gore, Gore has, they're famous for having giant fake penises on stage, and you have giant fake penises in your movie. It's just like a match made in heaven.
It is a match, match made in hell. Yeah. It's, no, I've only seen them once when they were in Australia. And it was so long ago they were decapitating Obama on stage. So
I saw that tour.
That's how long ago that was. You can only tell by like what president they're decapitating on stage. But I love it how they keep it fair. Like whoever's the president, they'll be decapitating them no matter what their political leaning. So I think I was actually wearing a white T-shirt which got covered in blood, but
like you do,
fake blood. But I think I might have washed it. I shouldn't have washed it.
You son of a bitch!
I know,
just covered in green and red.
But and that was I think it was one of the last performances of like Dave Brocky as well, who sadly passed away shortly after that. And
oh man,
but like total legends, and I think it's going to be really fun. Seeing them in the Deathgasm universe, and they're just like visually so amazing and so metal as well.
They are. And speaking of Gore, kind of segues into what I was going to talk about, is that a personal friend of ours that was a beefcake. They've had several beefcakes over the years, several members. Yeah. But our friend Jameson was a beefcake. And he's actually, he's in a band, he's in a touring band now called Belushi Speedball.
Yeah.
And I know they've submitted, they're one of the people that we posted about your, send us your music and you might be able to get in the movie. So that's one of the bands that sent you music. You're like, please,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so he's a guitar player. And because, he went from bass, now he's a guitar player of the band called Belushi Speedball. And they're fucking thrash. They're insane. Their shows are like if Gore didn't have to wear costumes. They're fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But their music.
I haven't gone through all those bands. There's like 150 bands that have like submitted now, and it has been insane because some of them have been just for people that don't know, we've got a competition so people underground bands can get on the soundtrack, and it's like the cool thing about that is like last time I was begging bands to be on the soundtrack, and now it's like it's bands that are like, they're keen. It's like they're passionate about being on the soundtrack. So it's not like me having to try and convince people. It's like them, saying they're interested already. But there's a few bands that have been on there that I'm like, oh, holy shit, I'm a massive fan of these guys. Like, I've got your albums. And it's like,
fuck yeah.
Dude, it's cool. Like, there's some, some amazing, it's going to be so hard to because I think there's the band that automatically gets the most fans to pledge on Kickstarter, they automatically get in, and I get to choose a second band. But I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to choose 3 or 4 because there's just too many good bands on here, and also from all around the world, not just American bands. There's bands from Taiwan and Chile and all these different countries. So it's it's cool. Hopefully it'll have a bit more of a international flavor, as well as some New Zealand bands on there because it's a New Zealand movie.
Well, that's a good problem to have because you could be just getting bands and you're just like, oh man, these are terrible.
Oh, I know.
No, oh my god, they're all amazing, and it's it's gonna be obviously I'll select one for the promotion that we're doing, but there'll probably be at least 2 or 3 others that I'll just hit them up online and say dude, I need this yeah, I can't really name names, but it's it's just cool because I love like getting recommendations for new music as well. Like I'm constantly like on Bandcamp trying to find just listen to new bands, and it's just it's such a cool like scene right now for like underground metal and but also like it's not just all like grind bands. There are some grind and some death metal, but there's like stoner bands contributing songs and like thrash and speed metal bands.
Yeah, the more grind bands you get, the better it is because they're songs for 5 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
You fit more songs.
The song's about hate.
Yeah, the soundtrack's like 200 songs long.
You'll get a stoner doom band will submit a song and it'll be like 25 minutes long.
Yeah, exactly. It'll just be like 2 songs, like one stoner band and one grind band.
Yeah. We've got so many friends I know that have sent music, or we've got friends.
Like, that's so cool.
Yeah, bands like Foxbat and Stonecutters and our Death Metal Dave's band, who is not here tonight.
Fantastic. I mean, there's so many... it's just because. Yeah, no, and just to be clear, it's not going to be just there'll be a few bands from the promotion that we said we're going to be on the track, but there will be like more bands as well, and it's like, I mean, the first soundtrack was really good, but like whatever we can do to like to top that and just make it like just kick all of the ass, and it's something that people really enjoyed about the first soundtrack, because it wasn't just like that Netflix where they just put like Metallica on there, or just like, it's like Master of Puppets on Stranger Things. It's like, it's not exactly a deep cut. Whereas it's nice having some like underground bands trying to expose people to some new music, and just feels like a bit more genuine,
Yeah, and I mean that's what's so great is that you could I know what you could do. You could do like the whole that I put the soundtrack out, and then like 5 months later, like, this is music inspired by
like Mortal Kombat did that, I think, as well.
Oh shit!
Yeah, just more money. It's fine.
Music inspired by Deathgasm
by Resident Evil. I wish they would have done that with like Trick or Treat or fucking Slaughterhouse Rock or something like that.
Yeah.
And that
Trick or Treat, that's a hard soundtrack to beat, because like it's one of those soundtracks that like even though it's the same band, like I could just listen to that from start to finish, and there's like
every song is a banger.
And I'm not a big like Fastway fan either. Like I'm not a massive fan of the other stuff, but that soundtrack they nailed it.
Yeah, it fits the mood for every scene that they chose it for. There's even a Houdini song in there somewhere that should have been on the soundtrack, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the great thing about what you're doing. And we actually have a whole episode on heavy metal and horror. And I know there's a new documentary that came out. Well, it's not new, but like, last year before, it's great. But you are making the seminal, the essential horror movie, heavy metal movie to us, at least.
Yeah.
And there have been many before. But some of them,
totally.
What makes a heavy metal horror movie? Is it the soundtrack? Is it what the story is about? And you've done it all, and that's what's great about this movie.
Yeah, it's nice to have like a movie where it's actually made by somebody who listens to heavy metal, and not so much like this is a thing that seems popular right now. Let's throw this guy who was a backup dancer, and make him the lead singer of this band.
Sammy Kerr rules.
Sammy Kerr does rule, but
like Hard Rock Zombies, it's. Wasn't the director of that like a Bollywood? Like he came from Bollywood, and when you watch it and you know that, and you see all those like the dancing, like it does actually. It makes sense that he's from Bollywood. It feels like and then the Nazi dwarves come out, and you're like, oh god, what's happening? Like it's so good. I just there's this YouTube channel done by Rob Hill. He did a book called The Bad Movie Bible, but he just did the top 10. Heavy metal movies, and it's just it's just so amazing. It's just such a crazy genre. I don't know what it is, but it's just like Shock 'Em Dead. Trick or Treat's probably the best heavy metal horror. If someone was going to say like, can you recommend a heavy metal horror movie? I've never seen one before. I'd probably go like Trick or Treat, because it's got it hits all the marks. It's got backmasking. Yeah, it's got Ozzy. It's got Gene Simmons, and it's like you know, it feels like a real movie. It's got like it's not like, you know, it doesn't go too off the rails.
Well, and it's like your film it's a great homage to that, because the heavy metal kids, especially in the 80s, they weren't fucking cool. They weren't getting laid. They were in the basement playing D&D and getting their ass kicked and having to fight with skateboards on the weekends. Like, this is not, it's a totally different fucking thing. It's like when people understand that genre and they've lived that fucking life, that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're putting it in your movie, and it's fucking great.
Yeah, totally. That stereotype, and it seems like it's dying away. That stereotype of like the bullies, you know, put a bully in a jean jacket and like a Anthrax t-shirt, and then he looks like a bully. You know, I think we're getting past that now, because you used to see that so many times when the bully was just like a heavy metal guy, and
that was in the It remake.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. How often is that actually real in real life? It's bullshit, man. Well, I was cool to 10 people in my school.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, we should probably wrap this up. We don't want to take out. We appreciate you coming on and giving us an hour of your time.
No, thank you so much.
And we will put the links to all the Kickstarter and everything. I just saw the number go up.
Since we've been talking, you're at 281,000. So.
Oh. No.
Fuck yeah.
Someone sold some meth. Do it.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Jason, thank you for coming back on. And I know it's tough for, the time. I think you're 17 hours different. So it's you're getting ready to eat lunch in a minute.
Oh, no, it's all good. I think I've got we're doing a Twitch thing with Matt Heafy from Trivium. And I think, because it's to get the Prime Twitch. I think it's going to be 2 a.m. in the morning for me. So, but it's cool. I've got a baby, so I'm up at all hours anyway. And it's I'm almost better at odd times. It's sort of it helps get past the it's that sort of when you're tired or hungover and you just say what you want. It's, it helps maybe. But yeah, no, thanks for having me, guys. It's amazing to catch up again and be on the show. And I just love looking around your studio. It's fantastic. It's so many cool things.
We have to bring you back. This movie's going to get made, goddammit. And then you're going to make 3 more. And then you're going to executive produce, because you'll be too busy directing other movies. So you're just executive produce the Deathgasm sequels. It's going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah, man. I can't wait till we're in space. That's always the
Brody in space.
Brody, yeah, it's Brody's the first metalhead in space. I don't know how we're gonna get. It's a bit of a plot hole, but we'll figure it out. Maybe he just gets stoned and just drives into into Cape Canaveral or whatever, and just whoa, oh dude, there's demons on the spaceship, man. I'm all for milking a franchise until it's just a dead horse, and then just beating it some more. I mean, it worked for Halloween, so why not?
But you're doing something grassroots, and especially this one is it's your hardcore fans are going to support this, and it's going to be great. And then we'll all dupe the Blu-ray, because nobody makes Blu-rays anymore.
Yeah,
I want the VHS copy.
Yeah,
we are doing a bit. I shouldn't say that. I think there will be a VHS, but yeah, the great thing is we're doing it with Raven Banner, who are they're a distributor, so it's not going to be one of those Kickstarters where we make a lot of promises and then no one gets anything. These guys, they put out fantastic Blu-ray and DVDs and merch and stuff. So that's the cool thing, that partnering with them is anything that we say we're going to do, we can do, because we don't want to piss off people. Yeah.
I want you to make Deathgasm 10.
Yeah.
Deathgasm. By that time, it'll just be Brody X.
Yeah. Well, if you ever make a Deathgasm about 2 podcasters who come back from the dead who do.
3. Deathmetal Dave's not dead yet.
Yeah, 3 podcasters who come back from the dead. Who
yeah.
More.
Nice.
The numbers.
Awesome. No, thanks so much, guys.
Yeah, love you, baby. Thank you.
Sweet. Cool.
Thanks
for having me. Yeah, great. Thanks so much, and amazing catching up again, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, the time thing got weird. We wanted to record with you on Thursday, but I have to.
Oh no, that's cool. And yeah, sorry I'm late as well. We just got some family coming over, so yeah, to like drive off, and I'm always just doing dad. I hate this as an excuse. I'm always just doing like dad excuses, like kids stuff. But it's so no, I'm glad we had the chance to do it, and you guys got much planned for Halloween?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm there's like one street in my city where people celebrate Halloween, so I'm gonna take my kid there. He's dressing as like a dinosaur vampire puppy. I don't like he's 4, so and I'm trying to dress him up as something badass, but he can't convince him, so he's going to be a dinosaur vampire puppy. But that'll be fun.
God, that's fucking great.
I can steal his candy afterwards.
Yeah, no, I live like where our studio is in my basement. I live right next to the city zoo, and the city zoo does a massive Halloween party. So our neighborhood is just fucking nuts.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, man. And we're ready for Halloween. We're always the main float. Gore Club does. I do a Louisville Krampus celebration every year, and we're always the main float in the Halloween parade. Our city does a Halloween festival. For last week, it was every single weekend at a soccer stadium, and this year we're doing it. Yeah, it's insane. Like this city.
I'm gonna move. It's New Zealand's so lame. We don't fuck around. Daffodils. Man. I want to see like leaves on the ground, not daffodils. But yeah. It's such a great time of year, and the great thing about having the internet is you can see other North American people hype for it and like get on that as well. But all the best, guys. Let's keep chatting and best of luck, and thanks so much for helping support the film, and any bands that you want to recommend, just email or message me and just say what's up. Like my mates are in this band and like it, so there's just. It's going to come down to the edit at the end of the day, but like it's just nice knowing that bands are like keen to be on that, and instead of having to like beg them, and like it's good to work with people that are into the film rather than people that aren't.
Yeah, exactly. And then like it'll be the credits like at the end of every movie, and it's like 10 bands playing.
yeah. I like the gore grind idea because just get like heaps of 5-second songs on there.
We got 35 gore grind bands on here.
The song's about murder again. Over.
Oh, so good.
Well, have a good day, baby.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks so much, guys.
See ya.
Thank you.